Okay, welcome back, Spirit Child 1723. We are doing Libra in March. For those of you new, welcome. You can check it out. I'm an intuitive reader, not a traditional tarot reader. What else? There's a link for somebody if you like someone to check someone out for a reading that I know till I get my website up and going. It's in the description box below. Those you returning, thank you. Let's get busy, guys. All right, Spirit. A few cards for Libra in the month of March 2025. Halfway through the month. Reading's a little bit on the late side, but it's the best I can do, guys and girls. All right, please and thank you. We don't have anything leaving the deck for you, Libra. What's going on? Out of all the Angel Tarot decks, this is the one I use the least, so it was calling to come out. I want to take these three cards. All right, and this right here. All right, so top row for Libra. I got sunlight coming in pretty heavy over here, so bear with me. All right, so the Six of Air. Things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. I'm showing a unicorn on a boat, you know? To me, it's the energy of just taking a first step in a new direction. Obviously, coming out of the Five of Air, the good thing is that, you know, you're taking action in a different direction. You know, like they say, don't try to use the same energy that created the problem, you know, to solve the problem. You know, when you're stuck, sometimes you definitely need energy from a different thought form, you know, to move along. So this is good energy. It's the beginning. You got the World card here with Archangel Michael. Job well done. Joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. So this is showing stuff coming in your favor. This is showing accomplishment. This is showing, you know, your turn to shine and receive stuff in your life, you know, that you probably worked hard for. But this is showing it coming in, Libra. And we have the Ten of Fire, which is the Wands. Too much work, accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related health concerns. All right, so this is dragon energy, but it's almost made in a way that it looks like the phoenix rising out of the ashes type thing above it. Almost looks like more like a bird's wing. But this is the energy not of giving up, but realizing you don't have to do as much, you know. Are you allowing people to help you? Are you allowing your spiritual support team, you know, to lend help? You know, the help doesn't always come from the 3D world, right? Sometimes it comes from our ancestors, but are we listening? Or do we ever get still long enough to like hear some of these answers? You know, this is like, this card's energy overall is like, just I've done it. Keep pounding and chipping away at whatever your goal is. Like, you're the only one with the hammer, you know, breaking concrete blocks over and over, and you're going to get exhausted. You're going to get tired. I do it, man. I do it. So I know. Then I get to a point where not only do I need a longer recuperation time, I also need to start acknowledging, like, hey, God, I need your help. I know you'll do your part, but I got to let go of it, right? I'm holding on to it too tight. You can have a dream, you can have a goal, you can be in there doing the work in a balanced way, you know. Then we have the Six of Fire. victory, good news is on the way, public recognition or awards. So this again is an energy, but this is around your passions, your desires moving forward. You had the Six of Air, around communication, but showing you taking a step in a new direction. That could be a trip. Could be a trip on your life path, right? But this is saying when you put that energy into action, you moved along from the Five of Wands, right, which is conflict, battle. There's abundance starting to flow in, and again, this was showing a lot of your desires and a lot of stuff manifesting in your life to make the the work type of world, your life, etc., how you want it to be. This is saying to look out for overworking, guys. All right, we're going to use the John Holland Spirit deck. I'm going to get a few cards for you. All right, Libra in the month of March, please and thank you. Looking for 3 cards, Spirit. All right, there's one. Gratitude. Yeah. Be grateful for the stuff that showed up. Be proud. Yeah, somebody on top of their game, man. They might be reworking the plan, you know what I mean? But somebody's father's love. So we have the gratitude card come out. Just be in the process of giving and receiving, saying thanks to your source, to creator, whatever you may call it. That's irrelevant, but like, I think when I'm in the right mood, and I remind myself to do it. I think for like trivial stuff to some people, but I find that's hot water and there's a roof that doesn't leak over my head, stuff like that. Car hasn't broken down. Thank you. I appreciate being able to use that vehicle and not be in the repair shop all the time. Be proud. It's time to celebrate all that you achieved, so celebrating the small accomplishments. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you achieved and to be proud. So this is clarifying that 10 of fire, It's saying you're overdoing it. But enjoy the process and enjoy the little, the levels along the way, Like, you took that class and you passed it, and then, you put in for a promotion at work, and because of that class, they're like, yeah, this is the right person. All those little stages, acknowledge and bathe in it a little bit, because that's the energy that's going to keep creating more, Then a father's love. So this is a whole different thing. Father's love for son or daughter never dies, right? Strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, and this can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father's still here or passed. Father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. So I was talking about this stuff in Aquarius, right? I was talking about mediumship, right? Well, there's 3 people, right, to set up the communication. There's the medium, the person being read, the person asking for the reading, right? So the connection's made through the heart, the soul essence, right, of each entity connected by the heart, But when people leave this world, their spirit body's lighter. They're no longer carrying around a 3D clunky body or bag that we call skin, right? So anyways, this is just a reminder, and there's a shadow in the background. So for some of you, the butterfly is going to be Spirit's way of telling you that's your father trying to communicate with you. If that resonates, put it down in the comment. That's my spiritual symbol for that connection. All right, next row. few messages from your future higher self. Please and thank you, Spirit. We're dealing with Libra in the month of March. Everything you want is on the other side of the unknown. Take a risk, take a chance. I guess as I get older, I think about many people saying that work around the people that are, you know, in the very last, 5 years of their life, is they're never in that room, in that aftercare or that nursing home or whatever, talking about the stuff they did. They're talking about the regrets they had from, not asking, Betty Sue, out, or to marry them, when they were in high school, or, it's always in relationship to something they didn't go for, that they would be like, wonder how that would have turned out, if I was a, fishing boat captain, brought people out on excursions and stuff, I wonder how my life would have turned out. It's not like, oh, I was the top, performer, sold more cars than anyone on the sales floor. They're not reliving that, when they're approaching, the point where they're going to leave this physical plane. Anyways, get off track a little. You have to come back to the start to see what you missed before. Okay, this is talking about going backwards to be able to go higher up. And I was, perfect example to me is a tree. And I don't know why I can't think of what, not the trunk, but the rest of the main branch is called as it goes up. I cannot think of the word to save my life, if there is one. But many times in life, I've ventured out, here's a tree with all these branches. I pick a branch, which is a life choice, and I go out and I get to the end and I'm like, okay, like it got me close and it helped, but now I got to come back to the root. I'm going to call it the root. Trunk, root of the tree. I need to come back, take what I learned, go up and head out on another branch, right? And then eventually, if I keep trying things, I'm going to get to the one that is the highest branch that goes straight up, right? But it involves me taking risks, going out on the limb with a choice, with the fair, getting what I can, bringing it back, going out again, I don't know if that's a good scenario or way to look at it for you, but that's how I look at it, because sometimes I thought for sure, this is it. This is the path. I'm sold on this, to realize, this really doesn't bring me fulfillment, All right, I'm going to take those 3 as they dropped. Now, we have coffee cup, love, and the mask again. Aquarius had the mask. Coffee cup. Meeting and talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building friendship. This is about rapport. It's about somebody you can talk to. It can be the start off of a relationship. But the energy of this card is more overall friendship, which is needed for a relationship. Then we have love, unconditional love, self-love, a wholeness, affection, and attraction, selflessness, the act of giving, without expectation, the act of really caring and valuing somebody and the decisions they make in their life and what happens to them. People say everyone's got a different love language, and sometimes people that you think are cold, they show their love in a different way through some other type of action, so you got to kind of look at the whole picture before pigeonholing someone, being like, they're not really open, or they don't have no heart, look at them, blah, 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 right? And then you see them do something for someone they don't know, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, bring them food or help them get shelter off the street or something. And you're like, wow, I was wrong. That person has heart. All right, and then we have mask, hiding true feelings, pretending and delude. Delude. Nice word, delude. Gaslight, and personify. So I don't care about all that. The mask is us putting on the stage character, putting on our performance person, right? What we want the world to see, you know. And sure, we'll offend some people, but some people do it a lot on Facebook. You know, getting a snapshot of their life. They're all happy. They're succeeding in something and everything. But it doesn't always reflect how they truly feel about themselves or how much they really value that stuff they're just presenting to the outside world, right? And then we're going to take 2 romance, love, and angel. This Doreen Virtue deck that everyone uses. We're looking for just 2 cards, right? Because I realize the more that you take, it gets more confusing. Doesn't clarify most of the times. And, you know, take in mind it's a collective reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Could be for later in your life. Could be for someone else. And feel free to share any video with anyone you think might want to hear their sign in the month of March or April coming. All right, so there's the second one. Chemistry, yeah. First card's religious factors. So, again, because so many people use this deck, this is like a redundant card. To me, some of this is obvious, right? You know, a person that grows up in the church compared to somebody that's never been exposed to it, gonna have different values and sways. It doesn't mean that those 2 people can't be together, but it could, you know, definitely affect. You know, if I guess what I'm trying to say is both people are open-minded, it doesn't have to stop the connection from going on. And then we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. You know, so this could be to a past life soulmate. You know what I mean? It's not always the one. Sometimes we're attracted physically. We're supposed to meet somebody for something. They give us, you know, piece of the puzzle along the way. But it also can be for that, if you guys believe in it, the one, quote, the one that's made for me, my lifetime partner, my soulmate, you know, as being one entity. If that's what you believe, then that's what it is for you. All right, let's close it up. We're taking 1 card from this angel deck. I will read it because I haven't used this deck for a long time. All right, Archangel Michael, I'm with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. So, right, you know, this is saying to have your passion and desire into your work life, you know, is just a bonus of, you know, it's a lot easier to do and it's a lot more rewarding when it's in line with your value, your authentic self. So that's what I have for you guys, Libra. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. I'm sorry, I got a bad itch on this left nose, nostril. Anyways, guys, love you. Thanks for letting me read your energy, and we'll see you next time.